This bench is quite sentimental to me, and the reason I've come here today is just to reflect on the year. 2020 closes, looking back and think, what on earth? Wow, a list of challenges. For me personally, it started off with the loss of my father back in January. Obviously a hard time for me. Then in March we were plunged into lockdown where our movements were restricted. It's impacted a lot of us, especially landscape photographers. We're told what we can and can't do. And then in around July it was lifted. I managed to get back to Lake District. That didn't last long. And I haven't been to Lake District for 2 months now. And then recently 2020 has again bitten me. A couple of weeks ago now, I got the news that my mother had passed away. She'd been suffering from she'd been suffering quite a while. An horrendous disease it is. And I thought today I'm going to head here because I spent a lot of my childhood here. About half a mile down the road is where I was brought up. My parents. Spent a lot of time here with my friends playing cricket, football. Just behind me there is where I've spent a lot of time recently doing woodland photography. Now we all choose to grieve in different ways. We do whatever we can to bring comfort. For me, I chose to go to a place where I've never been before. It's a part of the Yorkshire Dales, and I was looking for some limestone features, some lone trees, and I had the luxury of mist, that's a bit of fog. And I walked for what seemed for miles and miles, and I just couldn't find anything at all. And then I stumbled on a cluster of trees. Lovely shaped trees. The problem was that I wanted to find some foreground interest. I couldn't really find the right patterns, and I was searching for a long time, a very long time. It's quite consistent with me, take my time, find the right composition, but then it dawned on me. What is the star attraction here? What is it that's actually caught my eye? Of course it was the trees. So I tried to isolate them, frame them up, and rather than spending hours on end looking for the right patterns, I focused on the beauty, which of course is the lovely patterned, sculptured trees. And of course with the added benefit of the fog as well. So yeah, it's been challenging. In between that, I caught the virus. It finally caught up to me. So I've been suffering from that. Thankfully it was very mild conditions and I'm slowly getting over it now. But I'm a firm believer that life sets us challenges to strengthen us as much as we can. So I'm not going to reflect on the negative side of 2020. I want to focus on the positive areas and what this strange year has done in terms of benefiting me. No doubt we'll look back at 2020 and think, what on earth are all that about? But for me personally, I like to have a positive outlook in life. So what has 2020 brought to me? Well, I mentioned woodland photography, a very difficult genre indeed. But 2020, as I'm sure applies to a lot of you, has allowed us to have more time focusing on that genre of photography. With a woodland area being in close proximity for most of us, searching for those elusive woodland compositions has been easier in 2020. Personally, I've loved heading into the woods, enjoying the smells, sounds, and just to immerse myself into the environment. With a little patience, there is certainly some interesting patterns to be found, and let's face it, with the way the world is at the moment, woodland photography may be a popular option in 2021. And of course, 2020 have brought me a new camera, the R6, to which I'm talking to you now on. It really has opened my eyes on what mirrorless systems can do. The main benefit for me, of course, is that I can both use this in stills and also video as well. A new toy, a bit of retail therapy to help me through the year. The R6 is yet to be put to its full potential, but for the short time I've had the camera, there's been no looking back. 2021 will no doubt bring more joy as I add to my RF lens collection. I'm also travelling a lot lighter. I'm doing more handheld photography. It really has put a different light on photography. And I'm slowly building up my collection. I've got 2 lenses, and hopefully by the end of this year or early 2021 I will see a new lens. It's been ordered, but you can't guess what it is. Now this year has seen a massive impact on how we socialise with family and friends and work colleagues. I've been fortunate enough that I've been able to continue my work at home, and I have contact with my work colleagues using Microsoft Teams. There's also Zoom as well. And I'm talking about Zoom. This nicely leads me on to another good thing, another positive thing which has happened to me in 2020. Back in late spring, early summer, I was contacted by a certain Gary Norman of Re Photography, and he was asking me about whether I would be interested in joining a group of fellow landscape photographers and vloggers called the Photography Pubcast. I'd earlier commented on one of the videos, and I suggested needed a bit of agenda. Well, I agreed to that along with my fellow vlogger Mally Davis, and since then we've formed a friendly pack of 6 middle-aged gentlemen just basically having a laugh. I'm not taking life too serious. It's something to look forward to basically every week, and of course it's helped others as well. Forming friendship through difficult times is really important for your sanity, really. And the Photography Pubcast has allowed us all just to be who we are. We all share similar humour. Obviously we share similar interests in photography and vlogging, but it's just to share your views, have your opinions, and not be afraid of watching what you say. Maybe not all true. I'm sure Gary has spent hours on end editing some footage, but 2020 has been the start of something wonderful, and I'll show you the link on the description. If you haven't visited yet, go to it. It's the photography podcast. It really is a good bit of fun during these difficult times. 2020 has been difficult for a lot of us, of course it has, and who knows what 2021 will bring for us. Personally, I am missing the lakes, but hopefully I will return to continue my journey of ticking off those Wainwright fells, and also a bit of mountain photography in a place where my heart lies. But I've learned to adapt in 2020, make the most of what's been thrown at me, and whatever your plans are, and who knows what's going to happen next year, but whatever your plans are, learn to adapt, enjoy life as much as you can. Right, I want to go now. Take good care of yourself. Have a lovely Christmas and Happy New Year. Keep smiling. Bye bye for now.